So today we are going to be doing lesson 14, and in lesson 14 we have pages 32 and 33 to read, and then we have 25 and 26 to complete and fill out. So today we are going to be talking about volunteers. Can anybody give me an example of a volunteer? Charlie?
Like if you volunteer to help somebody.
Yeah, if you volunteer to help somebody, yep. Zoe, give me an example of a volunteer though.
Whenever you want to help somebody and somebody calls on you.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what you can do to volunteer. Like you could work with puppies and feed the puppies for volunteer work. You could help out at your church.
You can help out at school.
Yep, those are all good examples. Okay, so we are on page 33 in our textbook. So go ahead and everybody follow along as I read. So the top banner says firefighters. Firefighters are easy to reach if there is a fire in your community. What's a community? Logan?
Where you work together.
You work and live together. Good job. All right, firefighters are easy to reach if there is a fire in your community. Call 911 on the phone. Tell what you know about the fire. Firefighters will come in from the nearest fire station as quickly as they can. All right, so firefighters, we learned in our books that firefighters are really easy to reach. What's the number you call if there's a fire or an emergency?
911.
911, yes, you dial that if there is an emergency, but only if there's an emergency. You don't do it any other time.
Because they really would come and rescue.
Yeah, and you'll get in trouble. You can get arrested for that. All right, so in our book, it's an explanation of what the firefighter wears. Do any of you have firefighters in your family?
No.
Who?
My friend
Who's your friend?
is my cousin who works in the firefighter place.
Cool. Yeah, my brother is a firefighter. My older brother, he works at putting out fires, and he's a paramedic. So we are going to talk about what the firefighter wears. All right, so if you look at the top where it's pointing to his helmet, it says the helmet protects his head, neck, and face. The flaps protect his ears and neck. So if he's in a fire, you know how you get a sunburn if you're under the sun too long?
Yeah.
Well, kind of the same thing. If you're in a fire for too long, you're going to get burned. And if it burns your neck or ears, that'll really hurt. So they wear that to protect their neck and ears. All right, so the oxygen mask, his oxygen mask helps him breathe and keeps his lungs safe from smoke and harmful gases. Much like we wear a mask at school to protect ourselves from getting like bacteria and nasty germs, he wears that mask to protect himself from the smoke.
And there's a tank behind him.
Yep, and he has a tank. All right, his coat has heat sensors and an alarm inside that goes off when the temperature becomes too hot. So in his suit, he has the little sensor, and it goes off if he gets too hot, so he knows that it's time to get out right now. All right, so the hose right here, it says he will use the hose to spray water on the fire to put the fire out, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, his gloves are made of strong, lightweight material that will not rip. He can even take a victim's pulse while wearing the gloves. He can see how their heartbeat is doing. All right, his pants have deep pockets for holding rope and other rescue tools. So if you're caught in your house or your apartment and the roof comes down on you, he has rope to help pull you out of that in his pocket and other things to help you get out. If he needs to break a window, stuff like that. All right, and his rubber boots have steel toes that protect his feet from heavy falling objects. So if he's rescuing you from that house, if something falls in his toe, it won't hurt him because he has the boots on. All right. Can children be volunteers?
Yes.
Yes, you can volunteer because it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a volunteer as a firefighter. You can volunteer at your church. You can volunteer at school. You can volunteer at home to help your parents. You can volunteer in your community to help do somebody's yard or ask if somebody needs their laundry done. You can volunteer anywhere. And you know, when you volunteer, Jesus loves that because he loves whenever you help serve others. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to look at page 25, our workbook page. Everybody have that out? All right, so what I want you to do is go ahead and put your name and date on that. Put your name and today's date, which today's date is the 24th. So we are going to put 9/24.
9/24.
9/24. I'm going to write my name on here and then put 9/24. All right, so the red banner at the top of this page says volunteers. All right, so when we just talked about volunteers, so what is a volunteer? Charlie?
Somebody that helps you.
Yeah, somebody who helps people, and they do it for no money, right? They do it for no money at all.
They just help.
They just help. Volunteer. A volunteer serves others without getting paid. So very good job, Charlie. A volunteer serves others, and he doesn't expect any pay in return. He's doing it just because he wants to. And that's how we should be. We should do stuff just because we want to. Not to get candy or get toys or get money. I mean, it's good to get money, but only if you are working for it. All right. Write the word to complete each sentence. That's what the directions say right here. So go ahead and follow along with me. It says what? It says, what does a volunteer firefighter do? It says, he gives his services for 911, fire, or free.
Fire?
No, a volunteer firefighter does what? I need you to raise your hand and not speak out, Logan. For 911, for free, or for fire?
For free.
For free, yes, because he is a volunteer and he doesn't expect any pay. So we're going to write free right here. All right, now we're going to move down to this next bundle of fire right here. I drew an arrow so you know where we are. It says he can reach by calling Adrian.
911.
911. Good job. So we're going to write 911. Good job. And the last one on the front page, he gets to a blank as fast as he can. Zoe?
Fire.
Fire. He gets to a fire as fast as he can because he is volunteering to help put that fire out. And when you volunteer, it means you're doing something for free. Yes, for free. For no charge at all. All right, does everybody have that front page done?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to move to the back page. So go ahead and flip over your paper. Ooh, gotta erase all these marks. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top of this page. It says write the word that best completes the sentence. Just how we did this in English class yesterday and almost every day since school started, we're going to do this now. All right, so number 1, which is right here. It says Liz likes to help children learn. She will volunteer at a neighbor, school, or zoo, Justin. School, yes, very good job. School, she will volunteer at a school. So we are going to put school there. And it looks like there is already a period there, so don't worry about putting a period because it makes it a complete sentence. School. All right, so we are going to move down to number 2. Adrian, can you help us out with this one? It says Dan likes animals. He will volunteer at the zoo. Very good job. Very fast. Yes. Zoo. So we're going to write zoo. And zoo makes a z with the z, a z sound. Zoo. Good job. Yes. Yes, Charlie. Yeah, of course you can do the next one. All right. It says, oh, I should hear no talking. Thank you. It says number 3, Joe likes to help people. He will volunteer to help a neighbor. Very good job. Neighbor. Oh, and if you look right underneath that question, it looks like somebody's getting a pan of cookies. Ooh.
Love cookies.
Yeah, cookies. I don't know what kind of cookies, but they look good.
They look chocolate.
They do look like chocolate, don't they? Yes, Logan?
Can I do the next one?
Of course you can. You can definitely do the next one. All right, so we are going to move down to number 4, right under the sheet of cookies. It says Lily wants to be a nurse when she grows up. She wants to volunteer at a food bank, hospital, or daycare. Logan, what do you think she's going to volunteer at? A hospital, yes. Very good job. A hospital, because that is where nurses work.
I don't want to be when I grow up.
You want to what?
Be a scuba diver.
You want to be a scuba diver. That's
Can I
cool.
do the next one?
Of course you can, girl. I would love if you did the next one. It says, number 5, Jake wants to help hungry people. He will volunteer at a food bank, a daycare, or we already used hospital, so it has to be food bank or daycare.
Food bank.
A food bank, yes, he wants to volunteer at a food bank.
What is a food bank?
A food bank is a place where people store food to give to families, or homeless people, families that have a hard time buying food.
It's just like a bank.
Yep, except with food.
Did it?
All right, Azella, I want you to do our next one for us. It is number 6. Jill loves to help her mother bake cookies. They will volunteer at a. They will volunteer to bake cookies for a. There was food bank, hospital, or daycare. Were you paying attention? Okay, so which one? What does that say? Justin? A daycare, yes. Good job.
Very, very good job.
Very, very good job. All right, so it looks like we completed the front and back of this page, so I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and turn it in, and then we'll get moving along. Thank you.